Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my F1 2012 career mode with me, LoveSpuds. This is Season 3, Round 16, Suzuka in Japan. And today, we need to finish 10th or above. Let's see what we can do. But obviously, as you can see, I didn't make it out of Q2 because there are 17 cars in this session. Reasons to which will become apparent later on in this lap. So what happened today is the clouds came over and raindrops were starting to fall in one of the sectors, and I was quite confident that I could get in another lap after this one because I was being a little bit held up by weather here. Actually, I don't think I was. I think I was just a little bit slow. But I wasn't too bad. Could have been a hell of a lot better through the sector, but I thought I was going to get another lap in, really. But as you can see, the rain started to fall, and this is what contributed to my not getting out of Q2. Not because I didn't have enough grip, but because this happened. Yeah, not enough room for me to run off and save myself from crashing into the wall. Which is unfortunate, because I also got a penalty for some stupid reason in practice. I didn't even know I got a penalty, I wasn't informed until I saw the results screen. I had a 10 place grid penalty, which means I am at the back of the grid. As you can see. Now I'm just going to make some serious positions up. Pissed off enough that I've received a penalty for not even knowing why. But oh well, I'm going to have to force my way up to the front somehow. Bit of bumping going on, but as long as I don't knock anyone off, I won't get a penalty, even if it's even if it might be their fault. So maybe my way up to 18th. Ideally, I'd want to be a bit higher than that already, but what can you do? So just going to make my way past these two cars here, even if it means going on the grass. It's a great opportunity while these cars are bunched up to do a bit of risk taking. You obviously wouldn't be able to do this in real life. It's so much harder in real life. I mean, because it's a computer game, you can take that many risks, like me bumping into the back of Petrov there. But for the first time in a while, I'm behind Massa, which I'm gonna just dispose of quite soon. There we go. Massa went a bit too wide there. I think he knew I was just going to come through, to be honest. Well, there you go. So 14th place, and Massa's actually been overtaken by Petrov as well. Very well done, Felipe. Opportunity for more overtaking here as I go around the Casio triangle. Down to the start finish straight. So I've made up around 10 places, 10-11 places on the first lap. This is where the field starts to spread out a bit, so yeah, let's see what I can do from here on out. Obviously my objective is to finish 10th, but obviously I want to go higher than that because Grosjean's up at the front. Looks like he's in 2nd at the moment. I had to go cut across the grass there because I really thought I was going to end up going to the back of Perez instead, which I don't want to do. Don't want to end up with a penalty again. Not after what happened in Monza, where I pushed Kimi Räikkönen into the gravel. So A is less than 2nd from Perez. If I manage to keep that gap, I should get DRS. But then again, he'll probably get DRS on the guy in front, who is De Resta, and Hulkenberg will get DRS on me. So it practically will negate any advantage I'm going to get, unless I've sorted out my acceleration gears. Unless I sorted the acceleration problem I had in Monza, which I might have done, because I definitely feel a bit more comfortable. Although my acceleration does seem to be on the par with the guy in front, but he's also in the slipstream, so it might a little bit. So you can't really tell at the moment. I'm going to make quite a lunge at Perez going around there. Quite surprised I didn't manage to hit him actually. So we can get a DRS enabled halfway through the field. I wonder how many more positions I can make up. I think this is another one of those races where I stretch the tyres a little bit. I'm not sure, I can't remember. This was a week ago since I recorded this one. And obviously today I'm doing a commentary, which is the 3rd of June. Just in case anything else comes out in the Formula 1 news that I'm about to be talking about. As I usually do every now and then. Well, pretty much every time. So look at the gap, second to Resta. I should be able to get any points. I don't see why not. It just depends how good I am at catching up to the guys in front, which I am not too bad on this track. I remember in, I think it was either last season or season 1 or something, I did catch up to Grosjean pretty well towards the end of the race, so it does mean I've got some sort of pace on this track when I get down to it. We're moving to Resta here. Lovely jubbly.
Good job, nice overtaking.
Yeah, it's just one of those races I do a lot better in the race than in qualifying. Right, there we go. Grosjean's its fastest lap. So compared to mine, I'm about second off in a minute. So I'm not great, but I was battling with cars and not driving particularly well. I've gone wide there, which will cost me a few tenths, probably. But I'm quite slow around these snaking bends because I'm again using a lower downforce setup than probably what anyone else would use. But it does feel comfortable to me, so that's why I've stuck with it. And I've got relative pace. I may lose a few tenths around there, but I sort of gain it in other areas. And there we go. As you can see, I'm sort of catching up to Maldonado in front. So it's not all bad. It's just unfortunate I couldn't be fighting for the win again today. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I rarely restart qualifying. The only time I restart qualifying is when I really have something stupid happen in the first go. Like I have no grip on the tyres, something stupid. So I'd restart it to remedy that situation. But if I crash in qualifying, I don't tend to restart it. You know, it's all part and parcel of career. You can't just restart all the time. You know, if you made a mistake, you got to live with it. Hopefully, as those 3 cars ahead are bunched up, I should be able to make up some time on them, as long as I take these corners relatively well. I'd say it wasn't too bad. But anyway, while we got a brief momentary lapse in action, what do you think I'm doing? I'm closing the gap. I'm trying to anyway. But this Tiregate scandal's still going on. If anyone doesn't entirely know what's going on, it's Pirelli asked Mercedes, or Mercedes accepted to do a 1,000-kilometre tyre test with their tyres for 2014. And now the problem is that 90% of the testing was for the tyres for 2014, but some of the work was for this year as well, because they're changing their tyre specifications from like Canada onwards, but they couldn't quite make it to Canada, So it'd probably be from like Britain onwards or something silly, as the other guy, as those guys put into the pits.
Vettel just fitted a new set of prime tyres to his car.
Move up to 7th, 6th, which is pretty good. So yeah, but the real problem is that they used this year's car, so which is why the teams are really pissed off about it. I mean, Ferrari have also been asked to produce some evidence and statements and all that jazz to Jean Todt, the FIA president. He used to be at Ferrari. Not that it makes a difference. But Ferrari shouldn't be blamed for anything, to be honest, because when they done the tyre test, they were using a 2011 car, which isn't really a problem because the 2011 car is definitely a different beast. Although not substantially different, it's a different beast from 2013. In 2011 you had all those exhaust blown diffusers and all that jazz, which meant there was a hell of a lot of downforce in those things. Whether that's how much that affected the tyre wear, I don't know. But look at this, I'm going to make a move on Senna. No, I'm not. I'm not quite confident to go through the 130R doing that. Doing an inside move on Senna. I think I was a bit too far off for that. I think Senna's going to come in anyway. Yeah, there he goes. But yeah, I'd go an extra lap or two, I think, on these tyres to try and make up some ground. Grosjean is basically still in the lead. I don't know how much ground I'm going to make up until I get my menu up. Yeah, because I'll obviously drop back a few places because that's not enough gap to take a pit stop. But yeah, basically that's the gist of the Tiregate thing going on at the moment. So doesn't really affect too much. There's a lot of hoo-ha about it. It's just basically that they used a 2013 car, so you could say they gained an advantage. But whatever. Well, yeah, it's going to take a few weeks before the president of the FIA decides that there's a case to answer for before the organisation's international tribunal, which sorts out all the matters in question and will decide whether Mercedes gets penalised or not, which would be unfortunate. I hope they don't take Rosberg's win away from him, because that would just be a bit harsh. Maybe strip their constructors' points, maybe, but that's the harshest thing you could probably do. But oh well, we'll see what happens. Apart from that, nothing much has been going on. Oh yes, something I didn't mention a couple of weeks ago, I think so, or last week, whenever it was. Fans of Kamui Kobayashi, that rather brilliant Japanese driver, yeah, we'll be pleased to know that has been driving a Ferrari, 2010 Ferrari. So he has been doing a couple of other things, but he has been driving a Ferrari, so I mean, that must be a brilliant experience for him. Also, news for him: Kobayashi is prepared to offer fans a refund. What was that? Oh, sorry, it's an advert. I had this sound of birds singing, so it's an advert on the web page I was looking at. I was like, I swear I didn't record bird sounds. But anyway, enough about that. But yeah, Kobayashi is prepared to offer fans refund for those who have pledged to support him if he doesn't make a return to the F1 grid next year. So basically, if he doesn't get on the grid next year, everyone will get refunds. because the fans have managed to raise 1.2 million for that guy to race again, which is an amazing number to get that guy back on the grid. It's unfortunate that we lost him, but there you go. It's the nature of F1. And Romain Grosjean believes his grid penalty in Canada is quite harsh, but is determined to overcome it, even though Daniel Ricciardo has called the guy an idiot, basically. I assume he wants to use more colourful language, but still. Never mind. Let's hope Grosjean has a cleaner race in for the rest of the season, rather than ramming people in the back. Oh well. Doesn't look like he's going to be on the grid next season if he carries on like this, which is unfortunate. So, lap 9 of 13, 4 laps past my scheduled stop. Mix 2, I probably forgot I was actually on high mix mode. But I'm going to come in now, I think. Yeah, there we go. And see who I rejoin. It says it's going to be 8th. Sometimes that is a little bit out. Oh, hang on. Grosjean has dropped down the order. So we can spot him on the map. Oh no, he's not on the map. That means Grosjean's out, doesn't it? Yeah, he's dropping like a rock.
There's some traffic at the pit exit. Watch out as you rejoin the track.
What an amazing turn of events. Grosjean has dropped out of the race.
Pit stops, so look after your tyres.
He could have easily capitalised on my bad fortune, but now I'm in the points, 3 places ahead of my objective. And he's dropped out of the race. He could have had a potential win on his hands here. So this is looking good for me. I can at least close the gap again, which I think was about 11 points or something. I've also got Raikkonen behind me as well. He's not going to be easy to keep behind, though, to be honest. Especially with my driving and me probably leaving a door open at some point. I'm pretty sure Raikkonen's just flat out faster than me as well. So we never know, we'll see what happens. Sorry, I had to sneeze then. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that one out. You don't want to hear me sneezing. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Grosjean's definitely dropped out, that's for sure. There's 23 cars left. He must be the only retirement so far. Which is quite hilarious. Well, for once the game decides to help me rather than hinder me, which I'm all for. I'm just glad that the weather is dry. Schumacher sets 137.1. I'm still second off the leader. You can see Raikkonen just sails past me, really. Yeah, 8th. You can see how much time I'm losing going through these corners. Which is unfortunate. But as long as I stay in the points paying position, I shouldn't be too bad. Not quite sure how many points there are for 8th, because I've forgotten how many there are. I think it's one. Must be so. It's 1 point for 10th, 2 points for 9th. So that means 4 points for 8th, 6th, 7th. I'm just working this out in my head already. I think 10th. Not. Oh my god, I don't know. Fan of F1 doesn't even know the point system. Because I'm not usually finishing down this low. Well, I am. I did in. Oh, I was about 5th in Singapore, wasn't I, last time out? So could be worse. Oh dear. To mention, I'm yawning as well. Yeah. So the track is getting progressively faster. I don't know why I keep saying the grid. It's the drivers, the cars getting progressively faster because I'm still a second off the pace. I'm actually 1.1 seconds off the pace now, which is why Raikkonen's managed to bugger off into the distance. He's probably got a bit of clean air as well, so he's been able to set a very fast time. So already 4 seconds to Raikkonen. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have quite the competitiveness on these tyres as I did on the options. Which is kind of weird because usually I'm better on the primes. I don't tend to get a lot of performance out of the options. Oh, well, a lot of performance gain. I mean, don't know why. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I could be doing worse. I mean, for starting at last on the grid, could definitely be a lot worse. Yeah, apart from a bit of bumping and grinding at some particular points, I haven't really been doing too bad. I haven't lost any bits of my body work, so
Watch out for the car
it's fine by me.
less than a second behind and will use DRS to overtake.
But I am under a bit of threat here from Senna, who is quite close and will use DRS in a second. I'm just going to switch up to Rich for a little while and use a bit of my Kers. Oh, I'm on the last lap as well. Actually, I didn't quite notice. That's me just rambling on and the race just flies by. There we go. I just need to nurse it home now. 8th place, not a bad result if I can keep it on the track. Raikkonen is long gone. He might even overtake someone in the last few corners. I think he might be a bit too far off though, looking at the map. Oh, there's still time to fuck up. There's still time to fuck up, and I do! Oh, I forgot about this! God fucking damn it! 11th. Oh shit, that means I'm out of points. Oh, that sucks. That royally sucks. I thought I was on for some points here and I'm going to lose another place, aren't I? Yep.
Win that place back. Come on, you can get him.
Yeah, cheers, mate. And I'm going to miss my bloody objective as well, aren't I? I don't care. I'm going to make an overtaking move into the 130R. Sod it. Just to get in front of DeResta again. Oh, that's really disappointing. I genuinely forgot that happened, so I'm really pissed off now. 1 place off my objective and now my team's going to be pissed off with me. It's either meet your objective or you're an idiot. That sort of attitude with them, isn't it? Oh yeah, there we go. It was going to be 4 points.
Good driving.
Oh, my engineer says good driving, but then when I get into the garage, yeah, absolutely crucifies me. Felipe finishing out of the points as usual, and there you go, Romain Grosjean DNF. So basically that didn't mean anything for anyone, that race. I'm still second, Grosjean's still first, Kibby's still third. Nico Rosberg's actually catching up though, he's only about 4 points behind Raikkonen. They've got to be careful of him moving up the order because he has won a few races recently. Teammate Felipe Massa down there with 1 point, as usual. Yeah, there you go. Right, let's move on to the constructors. Any minute now. There we go. So as you can see, Lotus is still at the top with 395 points, 42 points behind our Mercedes. Then you got McLaren, Ferrari, then Red Bull, Sauber, Williams, Sahara, Force India, Caterham, Marussia, Toro Rosso and HRT. Toro Rosso slipping into a backmarker role, it seems. Let's see how they do next season, I guess. But for now, here is another disappointment sequence where the team rips into me for no apparent reason. But oh well, never mind. Join me next time for round 16 in Korea, where things should pick up. I'll see you then.